And side two of Sound of the 60s. Band One was the last single to make #1 in the UK at the end of 1959, and the first one to make #1 at the beginning of the 1960s. And it's Adam's Faith's What Do You Want?
What do you want if you don't want money? What do you want if you don't want gold? Say what you want and I'll give it you, darling. Wish you wanted my love, baby. What do you want if you don't want honey? What do you want if you don't want pearls? Say what you want and I'll give it you, darling. Wish you wanted my love, baby. Well, I'm offering you this heart of mine, but all you do is play it cool. What do you want, oh boy, you're making a fool of me. One of these days when you need my kissing, one of these days when you want me to, don't turn around, 'cause I'll be missing the thing you want to my love, baby. Well, I'm offering you a diamond ring, but all you do is turn me down. What do you want, oh boy, you're going to down on me. One of these days when you need my kissing, one of these days when you want me to, don't turn around, 'cause I'll be missing when you want to my love, baby. Oh well, then you want to my love, baby.
Adam Faith. Remaining requests in this week's show will be for records by Cliff Richard, Dusty Springfield, then 3 in a row by the Soul Brothers, Mel Torme and Tony and Tyrone, and finally Billy Fury. But right now we're going to hear a 1966 American #1 by Johnny Rivers, who in his career achieved 17 US top 40 hits, but never broke into the British charts. This was also his only US #1 and the only one that he wrote himself. He once said in an interview that he was scared of recording his own songs because he was having so much success with other writers' work. This chart topper was Poor Side of Town.
Tell me how much you missed me when the last time I saw you, you wouldn't even kiss me. That rich guy you've been seeing must have put you down. So welcome back, baby, to the poor side of town. To him you were nothing but a little plaything.
Was a plaything,
not much more than an overnight fling.
overnight fling.
To me you were the greatest thing this boy had ever found. And girl, it's hard to find nice things on the poor side of town. I can't blame you for trying. I'm trying to make it too. I got one little hang up, baby. I just can't make it without you. So tell me, are you gonna stay now? Will you stand by me, girl, all the way now? With you by my side, they can't keep us down. Together we can make it, baby. from the post side of town.
So tell me how much you love me. Come near to me and say you need me now.
Oh, with you by my side, this world can't keep us down. Together we can make it, baby, from the post side of town. Do 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 why should we do it? Do 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 why?
Well, that US chart topper with a ballad was uncharacteristic material up to that time for Johnny Rivers, but was produced by the ascending Lou Adler. Rivers was also noted for launching his own label, Soul City, to which he signed the immensely successful Fifth Dimension. He continued to score his own hit singles into the 70s, and in the 80s he put out a handful of albums, including a live one featuring his old hits. Well, after that track from the relatively early part of Cliff's career, we're going to turn now to a disc from the latter stages of Gene Vincent's life. In fact, a track he recorded in 1967, just 4 years before he died. Having escaped from the clutches of his notorious manager Don Arden, he went back to Los Angeles and signed with the small but up-and-coming label Four Star, and began working on an album that took him a year to complete, working with musicians including Glenn Campbell, Jimmy Seals and Dash Crofts, and David Gates, who wrote the arrangements. The album was called Born to be a Rolling Stone, and included this song, which had previously been a country hit for Merle Haggard, and was written by Liz Anderson, mother of Lynn Rosegarden Anderson. I'm a Lonesome Fugitive.
Down every road there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I raised a lot of cane back in my younger days, while Mama used to pray my crops would fail. I'm a hunted fugitive with just 2 ways: outrun the law or spend my life in jail. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I'm lonely, but I can't afford the luxury of having what I love to come along. She'd only slow me down and they'd catch up with me. For he who travels fastest goes along. I'd like to settle down, but they won't let me. A fugitive must be a rolling stone. Down every road there's always one more city. I'm on the run, the highway is my home. I'm on the run, the highway is my home.
An album track recorded in America in 1967 by Gene Vincent. Now, from all the people I've had the good fortune to meet in a long lifetime in the entertainment business, I can honestly say that the nice guys seldom come much nicer than Val Doonican. His first big break came in 1963 when he was booked to appear on Sunday night at the London Palladium, and he was such a success that he was offered his own show on BBC television, which lasted for over 20 years. Because of its popularity, it was moved to a Saturday evening transmission. Two of his records were often heard on Junior Choice, one of them being Paddy McGinty's Goat, which Phil says he's sure we shall be able to fit into this programme in the future. But today we're going to hear the other children's favourite, Delaney's Donkey, which he issued in 1964.
Now Delaney had a donkey that everyone admired, temporarily lazy and permanently tired, a leg at every corner, balance in his head, and a tail to let you know which end he wanted to be fed. Riley slyly said, we've underrated it, why not train it? Then they took a rag, they rubbed it, scrubbed it, they oiled and embricated it, got it at the post, and when the starter dropped the flag, there was Riley pushing it, shoving it, shushing it, Hogan, Logan and everyone in town lined up attacking it and shoving it and smacking it. They might as well have tried to push the town hall down. The donkey was eyeing them, openly defying them, winking, blinking and twisting out of place. Riley reversing it, everybody cursing it. The day Delaney's donkey ran the half-mile race, the muscles of the mighty never known to flinch, they couldn't move the donkey a quarter of an inch. Delaney lay exhausted, hanging round his throat, with a grip just like a Scotsman on a £5 note. Starter Carter, he lined it with the rest of them, when it saw them it was willing then. It raced up, braced up, ready for the best of them. They started off to cheer it, but it changed its mind again. And there was Riley, pushing it, shoving it, shushing it, Hogan, Logan and Mary Ann McGrath. She started poking it and grabbing it and choking it. It kicked her in the bustle and it laughed, hee-ha. The Whigs and Conservatives, the Radical superlatives, Liberals and Tories, they hurried to the place, stood there in unity, helping the community. The day Delaney's donkey ran the half-mile race, the crowd began to cheer it, and Rafferty, the judge, he came up to a system, but still it wouldn't budge. And the jockey who was riding it, little John McGee, was so thoroughly disgusted that he went and had his tea. Hagen, Fagin were students of psychology, swore they'd shift him with some dynamite. They bought it, brought it, and without apology, the donkey gave a sneeze and blew the whole lot out of sight. And there was Riley, pushing it, shoving it, shushing it, Hogan, Logan and all the bally crew, police and auxiliary, the garrison artillery, the second in the Skillins and the lifeguards too. They seized it and harried it, they picked it up and carried it, cheered it, steered it to the winning place. Then the bookmakers drew aside, and they all committed suicide. The day Delaney's donkey won the half-mile race.
This week's Junior Choice was one of the discs released in 1964 by Val Doonican. And next a song written by the delightful American husband and wife team who turned out such good material for the Everly brothers, Felice and Boudleaux Bryant. This song was providing the Everlys with their first transatlantic #1, even though it had only taken 15 minutes to write. It's also been covered by Richard Chamberlain, Roy Orbison and Barry Manilow. But we're going to hear now a version which made the UK top 3 in 1969 as a duet by Glenn Campbell and Bobby Gentry. All I Have to Do is Dream.
Charm
tight whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. I can make you mine, taste your lips of wine anytime, night or day. Only trouble is, gee whiz, I'm dreaming my life away. I need you so that I could die. I love you so, and that is why whenever I want you, all I have to do is dream. Dream, 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 dream. Dream, 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 dream.
Glenn Campbell and Bobby Gentry. And to follow that, another song with an interesting story to go with it, called You Better Run. It was originally recorded by the Young Rascals, and then a cover version was produced in 1966 by Kim Foley with a band of young Wolverhampton hopefuls called the In-Betweens. The members included Dave Hill, Don Powell, Jim Lee and Noddy Holder, whose first gig together was to have been a 6 weeks engagement in the Bahamas that turned into a 4 months run, after which they decided to change their name to Ambrose Slade and signed with Animals bass player Chaz Chandler to become their manager, and he encouraged them to drop the Ambrose from the name, and so Slade was born.
What you trying to do to my heart? What you trying to do to my heart? You fool around, you're telling lies, you're going round with the other guys. What you trying to do to my heart? Oh, you better run, you better hide, you better leave my side. What you trying to do to my soul? What you trying to do to my soul? Everything I had was yours, now I'm closing all the doors. What you trying to do to my soul? Oh, you better hide, you better leave my side. I love you, girl, I love you so. Can't you see, don't you know? I can stand your alibis, you're telling lies. Drive me wild. What you trying to do to my head? What you trying to do to my head? Now I'm gonna draw that line. You're not gonna take my mind. What you trying to do to my head? Oh, run, baby. Hide, baby. Leave my side. Run, baby. Hide, baby. Leave my side.
An early appearance on disc by the band that was to become the prolific hit-making band of the 70s and 80s, Slade. And so to a query from Neil Woodall, who lives in Stanhope, Bishop Auckland, and says that last year he heard a Remembrance Sunday programme introduced by Alan Jones, in which there was a song called Broken Blossoms, sung by Dusty Springfield, and he wants to know if we can tell him of any album on which it appears, and failing that, can we play it anyway? Well, as usual, I asked the collector, of course, if he can help, and he tells me that this has appeared on quite a few Dusty albums, and there was a 2004 compilation, Classics and Collectibles, where it appeared, and that should still be available. Seems this one was one of the few songs Dusty recorded as a solo artist, written by her brother Tom. This anti-war song was recorded in 1967 for Dusty's album Where Am I Going? We hope you'll be able to get hold of something for yourself, Neil, but as we have a copy, why don't we play it for you anyway?
I walk where once the grass was green, and mourn the lark that sings no more. What bird could sing whose eyes have seen broken blossoms on the field of war? And as they lie there in the sun, how unimportant now it seems. Just who has lost and who has won, when with them have died so many dreams. They dreamed that endless hate would end, unceasing fear one day would cease. They dreamed that foe would turn to friend, and eternal war would turn to peace. But who can say how many more will join these young and hopeful men in fields they've never seen before, far from fields they'll never see again.
Broken Blossoms, sung by Dusty Springfield. And now here's one for all those of you who've over the years enjoyed the songs of Tommy Rowe. When he was 16, he signed a contract with the small American label Judd and released a song called Sheila that he'd written some 2 years earlier. The company didn't have the resources to promote it up to national hit status, but in 1962, when he was with ABC Paramount, he played some of his songs to producer Felton Jarvis, who took such a liking to Sheila that he re-recorded it with Jerry Reed on guitar. And 2 years after the initial Judd release, the new version topped the American charts and got to number 3 in the UK.
Sweet little Sheila, you'll know her if you see her. Blue eyes and a ponytail. Her cheeks are rosy, she looks a little nosy. Man, this little girl is fine. Never knew a girl like a little Sheila. Her name drives me insane. Sweet little girl, that's my little Sheila. Man, this little girl is fine. Me and Sheila go for a ride.
Sheila said she loved me, she said she'd never leave me. True love will never die. We're so doggone happy just being around together. Man, this little girl is fine. Never knew a girl like a little Sheila. Her name drives me insane. Sweet little girl, that's my little Sheila. Man, this little girl is fine. Me and Sheila go for a ride. Oh, 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 I feel funny inside. Then little Sheila whispers in my ear. Oh, 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 I love you, Sheila, dear. Sheila said she loved me, she said she'd never leave me. True love will never die. We're so doggone happy just being around together. Man, this little girl is fine.
Good to hear any story about a talented artist getting a lucky break from time to time, isn't it? But let's move from that eventual Tommy Rowe hit to this week's 3 in a Row feature, suggested today by Barry Simps, who listened to the show in England for years and is now an internet avid in Australia, where he's a keen collector and back in the late 70s was a Northern Soul DJ at the famous Wigan Casino. Asking for a dedication to his wonderful wife Kay, with whom he emigrated in 2004, the titles he's put up for our approval will be, in order of playing, Thank You Baby for Loving Me by the Soul Brothers from 1968, then Mel Torme's Comin' Home Baby, which he recorded in 1963, and finally from 67, Please Operator by Tony and Tyrone. That's Tony Johnson and Tyrone Pickens.
coming home, baby, now. I'm coming home now, right away. I'm coming home, baby, now. I'm sorry now I ever went away. Every night and day I go and stay. I'm coming home, baby.
Coming home.
Coming home. I'm coming home now real soon.
You've been gone,
Coming home, baby, now.
you don't know what I'm going through.
I'm coming home, I know I'm overdue.
Since you went away,
Expect me any day now, real soon. I'm coming home,
come on home.
coming home, baby, now.
You know I'm praying every night.
And everything is gonna be fine.
Please come on,
Coming home, baby, now.
I want to feel you hold me tight.
Expect to see me now anytime.
When I'm in your arms,
When you're in my arms, I'll be fine. I'm coming home,
come on home.
I'm coming home, baby, now.
You know I'm counting every day.
I'm coming home now, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Use a phone,
I'm coming home, baby, now.
and baby, let me hear you say
I'm coming home, you hearing what I say.
that you're coming home.
And I never will go away. I'm coming home.
Come on home,
I'm coming home, baby, now.
you know I'm waiting at the door.
They can't hold me back now, no more.
All alone,
I'm pressing on, baby, now.
and pacing up and down the floor.
Oh, hear me holler and hear me roar.
Say you'll be with me.
Gonna be with you evermore. I'm coming home.
Come on home,
I'm coming home, baby, now.
oh baby, say you're coming home.
That's what I say I'm coming home.
Something's wrong,
The road is long, baby, now.
you ought to either write a phone.
I'm coming home and never more to roam.
Baby, tell me you're
Baby, I'm for sure coming home. I'm coming home.
come on home.
I'm coming home, baby, now.
Hello?
Hi, baby. It's me, and I'm on the way.
What? Man, if I don't ever see you again, it'll be too soon. You stayed away too long. I've packed.
Please, operator, return my dime back. I don't have no more money, and my woman has a bags packed. I got to go home before it's too late, yeah. Oh, yeah. I spent all my paycheck out on a date, yeah. My woman has a bags packed and she's gonna leave. That's why I can't wait. So help me, operator. Now please, operator, return my dime back. I don't have no more money, and my woman has a bags packed. I got the tip from one of the guys, yeah. No, I did, yes I did now. She's had me followed by all the latest guys, yeah. You know what they've been trying to find out? They've been trying to find out if I've been telling lies. I guess they found out now. Please, operator, return my dime back. I don't have no more money, and my woman has a bags packed. Please, operator, can't you try just one more time?
Sorry, sir, but you'll have to deposit another dime.
Yeah, if I don't get my call through, I just might lose my mind. And I'm begging you, please, please, operator, return my dime back. I wanna say it again. I don't have no more money, and my woman has a bags packed. Help me, operator. I'm hip, your soul sister, and all that jazz.
I'll try and get your call through, sir.
Thank you, operator. You don't know how much I appreciate this.
Radio 2's Motown season continues with a look at the far-reaching influence the Motown sound has had on artists and musicians around the world.
It touched my soul in such a way and moved me. I knew that I was listening to something phenomenal.
I'm Pete Mitchell, and I'll be talking to Lenny Kravitz, Sheryl Crow, Susie Sue, Billy Bragg, and Paul Weller.
They were brilliantly crafted songs, weren't they? They're telling a story, and you get a sense of like you're following the story, and it starts and it's got a middle and it's got an end, and I think that's great.
The Sound of Young America, tonight at 7, online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2.
You look at that period and you hear that music and you knew exactly what was going on, and you felt an absolute swell of unity.
I'll never fall in love again. It's all over now. It takes a heart to know the end. I tried to take the chance to feel the thrill of romance and love, and I let my foolish heart become enchanted by starlight above. I'll pretend I never heard a tender loving word from you. You found another love and forgotten every joy we knew. Please help me understand the way the angels planned our love affair should end. I'll never ever fall, I'll never fall in love again. Pretend I never heard a tender loving word from you. You found another love and forgotten every joy we knew. Please help me understand the way the angels planned our love affair should end. I'll never fall, I'll never fall in love again.
A mainly 50s American artist Johnny Ray from Dallas, Oregon, with a composition of his own that became his last UK hit in 1960. Also his only hit of the 60s, I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Merging ballads with R&B, he became for a short while one of the biggest names in the music business. And next, a disc by the Velvelettes, which has become a classic piece of Motown from 1964, but surprisingly failed to make either the American or British top 40 until it was revived in 1982 by Bananarama with Fun Boy 3 and reached number 5 in the UK. He was really saying something.
With his karma
original Motown recording of that song by the Velvelettes brings us to the song used as a title track on the first album collaboration between actor Richard Harris and composer Jim Webb, which also produced the international hit MacArthur Park. Harris's first notable singing role had been his appearance as King Arthur in the film adaptation of Camelot, and despite his limited singing range, he continued to appear on stage in that role for years to come. Here's that title song from the album he made with Jim Webb songs, A Tramp Shining.
She's called me again, and I've taken all my old forgotten hopes out of the closet to put them on. I have found my crumbling crown lying where I tossed it. I thought that I had lost it, but here I am, a tramp shining. She's called me again, and I've gathered all my old forgotten dreams like dusty diamonds to make a ring. Seated on my threadbare throne, I shall straighten my bent scepter and pretend I could have kept her and welcomed her home, a tramp shining. I was afraid that I had lost it, but here I am, a tramp shining, a brand new clown, a brand new clown, a brand new
That Richard Harris album title track from 1968 is followed by this week's final request from Adrian Buck, who lives in Wantage, Oxfordshire. He tells us that on visiting a record fair, he got very excited when he found a Billy Fury EP with supposedly 4 tracks from his film Play It Cool, only to discover that there was no disc inside. Still, he bought the sleeve anyway and had it framed, but so far has been unable to track down the record itself. I hope you managed to find one eventually, but meanwhile, for you and your brother Nick, who retired at the end of last year, may your own time be long and fruitful, Nick, here's one of the songs on it. You're Swell.
Your hair, you're fine. I want you to be mine. Oh, I think you're swell. You're cold as ice, but you're very nice. Oh, I think you're swell. Tonight and every night. You're slick, you're smart, but somehow you won my heart. Oh, I think you're swell. Come close, hold me tight, send me tonight and every night. You're slick, you're think you're swell. I think you're swell. I think you're swell.
Well, there you are, Adrian and Nick Buck as well. We hope you both enjoyed hearing that again. The song written by Dick Rowe, who was one of the top executives at Decca Records, where Billy was signed. And because we're such nice people at Radio 2, we're also going to send you a copy of that song on one of our unique Sound of the 60s Playing Hard to Get CDs. And next, the second top 20 hit scored by Birmingham band the Rockin Berries, formed by guitarist Chuck Botfield after his previous band, the Bobcats, broke up. This was a cover of a smaller American hit by the Reflections, but was the Rockin Berries' number 5 in the UK, Poor Man's Son.
Up each day with the rising sun. I've got a job and it must be done. I leave for work feeling good 'cause you're on my mind. Each thought of you helps me pass the time. I'm a poor man's son. Push, push and moan, working with a smile. Just loving you makes it all worthwhile. I'll get my pay like the rest when the week is through. Gonna buy you something that pleases you. I'm a poor man's son. No man, rich or poor, could ever love you anymore. I work my hands nearly to the bone. This boss of mine never lets me go. I'm working hard every day for the things we plan. I love you so 'cause you understand. I'm a poor man's son. That's why I'm up every day with the rising sun. I've got this job and it will be done. I'm a poor man's son. I'm a poor man's son.
And now from that Rockin Berries 1965 hit to the last disc on this week's edition of Sound of the 60s. This is a song based on the children's marching song from the movie Inn of the Sixth Happiness, Knick Knack Paddywhack, but turned into a soul stomper by producer Paul Vance, who had been responsible for dozens of hit songs, including Perry Como's Catafalling Star, Brian Hyland's Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini, and Tracy by the Cufflinks. This disc was made by Lou Lawton. We could find out absolutely nothing about him, I'm afraid, but fully expect someone out there will know better.
Children, children in the marketplace, I can see the trouble written on your face. Like you, I used to walk around sad as can be, but let me tell you, children, what happened to me. Gather round me, just a little bit closer. Well, I was walking down the street just the other day when this little old man came on walking my way. His hair was long and his feet were bare, and people came running from everywhere because of this old man. Number one, he played knick-knack on his drum with a knick-knack, had a whack, give the dog a bone. This old man has found his home. I followed him all over this town, digging the rhythm he was putting down. marketplace, I can see the trouble haven't left your face. If everyone felt like you and me, what a wonderful world this world would be. Now this old man is number one. He played midnight on his drum. This old man is number two. He played midnight on his shoe. This old man is number three. Took it from you and gave it to me. This old man is number four. He played midnight on his floor. This old man is number five. He played midnight full of jive. This old man is number six.
Lou Lawton bringing us to the end of another edition of Sounds of the 60s, compiled and produced by Phil the Collector Swern. And this is your old mate Brian Matthews saying that's a lot for this week. See you next week. Lisa Tarbuck follows the news here on Radio 2, online, on digital, and on 88 to 91 FM.